Okay, so it's time to add the live sand to my new reef tank. Now this is Red Sea's live reef base. This is my go-to sand pretty much on every reef build I do. This is the Reef Pink version. There's two versions, there's the Ocean White and the Reef Pink. The only differences being is the grain size. I always use this. It just gives you a good head start when you're building a fresh system. So you've got a bit of a bacterial base there. Like I said, there's two versions. The Ocean White is the smaller grain size, and it's really tiny to the point where it almost looks like powdery white sand, really powdery, tiny, the smallest you can get, and it just really isn't suitable for a high flow SPS reef system because it just blows everywhere. This version, the Reef Pink, is that slightly larger grain size, so you can get some good flow going without it, mounding up and moving around, blowing around the tank like a sandstorm. So here we are, adding it into the system, pouring it in. They say no washing required. It's packed in seawater. There is a massive amount of cloudiness that comes from this sand. Now, it does vary from batch to batch. I've had bags that are worse than others. This bag doesn't seem too bad. As you can see here, though, as you pour it in, it's just this white cloudy sediment that's in the sand. There's no avoiding it. This is why I wanted to put the sand in first, because this stage here is the most annoying stage when you're putting the sand in with all the cloudiness. It clouds the water for a week plus. And what you have to do is go through a process of just continually pumping through the sand to get rid of all the sediment. Because the last thing you want to do is add all your biological, your live rock, all your bits and bobs, and this cloudiness, it just settles in everything, and it just takes months then to get it out. So this time I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to be pumping it through it sort of daily with a turkey baser, changing the filter, sock out, etc., just to get rid of all of it, well, pretty much all of it, before we start adding rock and biological media, etc. So just sort of poured it in here, and this one bag is just enough for this tank. We don't want to go mad, because what we want to do is get enough in there so the tank looks good and it has its benefits of buffering capacity and stuff like that, but we don't want too much where it's hard to go through to get all the trials up into the water column. So a sort of 1/2 inch to 1 inch max. So we've got about 1/2 inch here, just over 1/2 inch, which I think is going to be enough. So look at the cloudiness of the water. Really, it's just disgusting. I say it's like this for the first few days. I'm just going to do a turkey base and go through it all, even it all out, and get as much of the sediment up into the water column, and then I'll switch the return pump on and start getting the tank turned over. Say it's a waiting game, really. Yeah, usually after about five days to a week, you've got really nice clear water. But there is you have to do it every day, go through the sand and empty your filter sock, etc. It's a bit frustrating, but there you go. So I'm just going to turn the turn pump on in the video in a minute, and you'll see that it will start clouding up the sump area here. So initially it bypasses 100 micron filter sock I've got on the system here, and initially it will bypass it, sort of 50% of it will bypass it. But what you have to do is, the trick is to let the bag sort of cake up inside with all the sediment, and it filters it even better then, because none of it can sort of get through, if you know what I mean. So all the big particles get trapped. So it's a case of sort of judging it just right. So if you change the filter sock out too frequently, it's going to take even longer. So based on sort of previous experience, sort of after every morning I pump through, change the filter sock out every 24 hours or so. So that's the sand in. So this is going to take a week or so to clear. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and that bell so you get notifications for new videos coming up. And if you enjoyed the video, obviously hit that thumbs up. That really helps me out, guys. So in the next video, I'm going to be doing an update on the little Red Sea Max Nano. and I'm also thinking about doing a live stream, so I'd like to hear what your thoughts are on that, whether you'd want a live stream or not. Something new for me. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.